Hello, peoples. This is Good Natured Kitty, and I'm back for another video, Thursday vlog sort of thing. Um, so I do hope you guys all had a good 4th of July. Um, my husband and I had a pretty good time. We kind of had hamburgers and hot dogs made and made a whole bunch of food and like just traditional food that you normally make for 4th of July. Um, is pretty nice. And we had a little bit of fireworks. We got like a discounted thing with these like small fireworks, and there's a few fountains in there, and there's a bunch of sparklers, and it's pretty cool. Um, the flashers, though, some of them didn't work so well. Oh wait, no, the flashers worked. It was some other thing that looks similar. I don't know. Anyway, um, so this week, it's been there's been some really good things that have happened, but then there's been some stressful moments too. Um, I I think I've been a little stressed mostly from like working at getting everything set up for college, but it's possible it also might be a little bit from work. I don't know. I never know what's going on inside my. I do know college has been stressing me out, like in a good way. I'm like excited, but I want everything to go in place good. Well, um, I want to go in place, fall in place. Well, I don't know. Anyway, uh, I just I'm gonna have to call today to see if my transcripts have made it to the college I'll be going to yet. Because I did email a form I was supposed to email to my former college. Um, I'll if they haven't come in, I'll call my former college and see if they received my email and get an estimate of how long before my college might receive stuff. Because that's the main stress that's going through my mind right now. And then there's the stress of like talking to advisor and like him seeing my transcripts and I don't know. I feel like there'll be judgment. I don't know. I'm just I'm overthinking of it. Thinking I'm overthinking it because I did really good at the last college. I got mostly A's, one C, and that was in biological psychology. Oh my gosh, that's hard class to go through. There's so many parts that they try to teach you about. If you have learned a lot about the brain before, it's like confusing. I mean, within the first month, actually, I would say they talk about synapses, I think, or something, and like signals going through it, and like what sort of what you call it, what sort of minerals go through it and stuff. I don't know. Like there's something with calcium and potassium and stuff. I can't remember. It's just uh I've retained some of it and it's been helpful in some ways, but it's just really confusing stuff. Um but that was the year that was also like the semester, I should say, that my mom died and I took a break after her death and stuff. Partly because I figured Lucas and I would eventually be moving up here. I figured it would happen once we get this money that I was meant to get after my parents' death, and that partly happened a little bit after I moved up, and we got a place and got settled, and then and that was just a portion of what we were to get, and now just recently we got another portion, and then we're gonna get the rest a little bit later, I guess. But the portion we got just recently is a big amount, and that's why I'm going to college because like um a lot of it I put aside for savings to help me to have funds for college so I don't have to take out loans and stuff cuz I've seen what loans can do to people um and it's not good, especially if you don't make use of the major you've gotten, which I've seen happen. And I don't know what happens there exactly. I mean, I know what happens if you have, say, a degree in liberal arts or journalism and stuff. Sometimes you just don't make it in those fields, so you end up with a completely different job. But I've seen someone, for example, with a pharmacy technician degree, and she ended up working with me at a thrift store. Well, she was a manager there, but still, she wasn't making enough to where she could get her loans paid off, and they started taking from her check. Eesh. And sweepy quit itching. Don't itch. Okay? I'm sorry. But anyway, um, my husband's laughing at me. He's really anxious right now because another thing that we're using the money for, we got myself a laptop which I can use really well for college and stuff. Well, he's going to get to upgrade parts to our current computer. He got a kit and with some of the best parts or something, and he's going to be taking this wonderful computer off to a place where they're certified and stuff and they'll fix it up for more affordable than Best Buy, so that's cool. Um, so he's kind of waiting patiently. But anyway, back to what I was talking about before. Just with getting things ready for college. I'm definitely nervous. I know I'll probably do good. Deep down, I know I'll do good because I did good before. I think the reason I did get a C in biological psychology is because I was having a hard semester, but it could also be because I know nothing about the brain and it's very complex. Um, I think, with whatever classes I take from this college, I should do okay. But there is that part of me that nags and says, well, what if you don't? What if you get really low grades and you're wanting to get scholarships and stuff because I don't think next year I'll be within the income requirements to get um, the Pell Grant that I'll be getting this year. Um, I think I'll be making a little more than what they consider within their area. Um, I was able to get it this year because it's going 2 years back, and 2 years back I was just moving up here, and so there wasn't a lot of money. Um, but even if that, with that being the case, I will have money aside, but I want to be able to get scholarships so I'm not using up the money that I set aside too quickly. I want to make it last as much as possible and use as little as possible, um, just to try to avoid um, loans. Um, Now, another thing we also used the money for though is we sent out a check to get the car paid off. I'm thinking, well, my husband's tracking the progress of it. He said that it should arrive on Friday because he got it mailed off on Monday. And he made sure to do a priority thing to where you can check the progress of it. So that car will officially be ours. We'll get the title 30 days after, which will be along Route 66 by that point. I'm really excited about that. Um, so anyway, yeah, there's a lot of good things happening, but stress is still getting to me. And alongside of college, it might also be from work because they change things so often, and they're changing rules yet again on how we can get um, payoffs for our ancillaries, I think they call them, because there's PSUs and ancillaries, and saying we have to get at least one PSU, but it's so hard to get a PSU in the SU unless you actually make a sell and you're able to key it in successfully, and it shows as being an upgrade and blah blah blah. I don't know. I just what is all this means to me is like my check won't be as big as it used to be, and once I'm done with 366, I do want to look for something different. I don't want to do it yet because I have the vacation time and everything, and that'll be nice to have that pay for the times I have off. So, um, but they're also doing mandatory overtime, which I hate when they do that. Um, Off and on. Well, they gave us the option to put in overtime, and they said we need this much for this week and that much for that week and all this stuff. And they didn't get enough people to sign up, so they did do mandatory overtime on Friday, and I hated it. What's funny is I felt like it wasn't really necessary after all. And I'm just waiting for them to pull it again. I'll probably walk in tomorrow and find that there's more to be had and that they're doing it for the whole week because they did that last year and I hated it so bad. Like they'd do like an hour of mandatory overtime and stuff. I don't I don't know. And the things have been hectic on the phones. Calls have been getting more hectic. And Monday I kind of freaked out during the calls because um all my systems wanted to stop working. And it's so hard to troubleshoot when everything just does not want to work. In fact, I had a few people who either I don't know if my systems hung up on them or if they actually hung up because they got tired of waiting for my systems to reboot. But I get the feeling because usually the customer will tell you, "Well, I'll just call back later," and then they'll hang up. Or they'll say, "I don't have time for this," and then they hang up. Or they will try to tell you, "Just transferring to another person." Um, but none of that was said. The call just went dead. So I kind of feel like my systems were going bad on that part too. And everything was just going down. And it was so hard to do my job. And I got so stressed on Monday. Um, so it's just things like that have been stressing me out. And with work. And well, this week I've just been feeling it, and I kind of freaked out a little bit on Monday. I was like getting really stressed out and stuff, and my anxiety was getting the best of me. So stress has been a thing, and it sucks. And I just maybe I need to get back into meditating. I'm thinking. I do want to start being a little more strict on my diet once again because I've been a little lenient, and I need to emphasize for myself exercise because there's been times that I just don't even feel like it, and those are the times I need it the most. And last night I was that way, like, and I didn't fall asleep till 3:30 because I was stressing about my face because my face broke out. And I think that's because recently I went up to Boise and went to their mall there, and they have this place where they sell like all natural makeup and stuff, and they tried it out on me, and they did the powder stuff on my face and concealer, and it seemed to be okay. My face didn't break out. And they did put some cleansers and stuff to try to give me an idea, and I didn't buy the cleansers. um they also gave me like a deal for like 3 items with a along with a makeup bag, all for like I'd say a little over $10 off what it normally would have cost. And it was expensive and everything, but I thought it'd be so nice to be able to work makeup again. And so last night or yesterday, early on, I tried out two of the items, not the concealer, but just the powder and the stuff that they gave me to put on my face beforehand. It's like a primer that's supposed to moisturize. And I noticed as the day went by, my face was breaking out really bad. And so, trying to figure out if it could have been the cleansers that they used the day before, maybe my face took that long to break out. It could have been the primer because honestly, I don't feel like it was the powder, and because like I feel like I would have broken out yesterday, maybe. And with that being said, with the cleansers, I probably would have broken out yesterday. Although I did feel stinging. So I don't know what exactly made me break out. I'm hoping it's not the foundation or the concealer, like the powdered foundation. Because if that's the case, I spent all that money for nothing. But whatever the case, as soon as I'm done with this, I'm gonna have to wash off my face. I have makeup on now to cover all those bumps that it put on my face last night. Um, I, I felt so bad when I looked at my face so last night and saw all those bumps there, and it was so itchy and hot and just really annoying. And now it's itching again. Um, and I kept looking at myself, and I was getting very defeated about it. And so, I could have, it would have been good for me to do at least some simple stretches, maybe if I could have gone for a walk. Probably not at that time of night that I was getting ready for bed, but I really should have exercised because I think it could have cleared my mind and got me thinking more positive, and maybe I would have slept more. But, um, I get so defeated by my rosacea. You want up here? You're a turkey. Come here. No, 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 no. He does this no, 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 no thing whenever I try to pick him up. And he's cute. He's the cutest critter. He's so cute. I love him. But anyway, yeah, my rosacea really defeats me. And, you know, people may, sometimes they'll like make suggestions, and it really, really tears me up when they say something as simple as, well, do you have a cleaning regimen? It's like, yes, and I've had to alter it time and time again. Um, I never know exactly what's gonna work for it, but nothing seems to work. Even when with me trying to eat healthier, I don't feel like it's making that much. Well, I think maybe it is actually, because there was times it would like be pustules on top of pustules, sort of thing, like all in a cluster, sort of thing. But I don't know. I'm getting defeated by it, honestly. The It's just enough to make me want to lose it. But anyway, I don't know. I need to keep hoping. I need to keep trying different things. Something might come along that actually does resolve it. I can only hope because I don't want to lose sleep any other nights over it. I don't want it to control my life. I don't want to feel the burning and itching that it causes. And Lucas, he had a good point. He said it could have been the smoke in the air that did it too. I don't know if it did it last 4th of July. I can't recall. Um, I don't know. I just, I need to keep pushing ahead and working on the things that I need to work on. I need to get back into being serious about my exercise, and I need to stop taking shortcuts with my diet because I have been. And I know I've gained a little bit of weight back because of it. Although when I was in Boise on our way back, we were at this gas station. They had one of those scales that you can weigh yourself for 25 cents, and I am lighter than I've been in a long time. It said I'm 200 pounds. Um, Before all this, I was like 240. So I'm losing weight. I would love to see myself under 200. And I bet you anything, if I would have weighed myself, oh, maybe a month back, it would have shown to be under 200. I, you know, I just feel it with some of my clothes. It's a little bit tighter than it's been. My pants have been a little bit tighter, not severely tight, but just it's noticeable for me. And so I really need to get back on track with that stuff. And I imagine I won't feel stressed if I do exercise more. I've been iffy on what exercises to do because of my rosacea, because I feel like if I get myself to sweating too much, it does cause it to break out. And there I am again letting it rule what I do. Um, Now, I did notice with the college I'm going to, there is an area that's a gym. I'm wondering if I'll have access to it, which would be good. But what I ought to do really is like get a membership for that climbing place and give it a try. I might just do I might just do that today maybe. Between like my husband getting giddy. Well, actually, I might not have time today. So I got to get laundry done. He's gonna be taking the computer up to get fixed. Um, we got to get dinner tonight too. Although there's some things that we could have for leftovers. Not a whole lot. Well, there's actually we could just do hot dogs today. So I still have some hot dogs left over. We don't need to get anything for dinner. Honestly, I'm just gonna tell my husband leftovers today. Um, because yeah, and we even have some hamburgers left over. Although I kind of burnt them. Um, Potato salad. We've got. I could cut up some more veggies for myself. But anyway, getting back on track. Um, so yeah, as far as some of my other goals besides just the exercise, drawing, I usually do that every day. Yesterday I wasn't too good with it. I did it towards the end and I made some really depressing ones. I didn't put a lot of effort into it. Um, I gotta be honest, it's when I'm at work that I do the most drawing and stuff because I get bored between calls. I've been doing a lot of the exercises and stuff. I've been getting back into drawing faces here and there. Um, but I love doing the exercises. I feel like it does give me confidence with my lines and stuff. Um, so yeah, and then with cleaning, I've got a lot of cleaning to do honestly, because I'm gonna have to get things looking nice for when we do go along Route 66 because there will be someone coming in to watch our cats, of course. Can't take cats on the road, they don't do so well. So I want to make this place looking nice and everything. Right now it's kind of a disaster because we we got a new desk. And it's nice. Like before then we were using like these foldable things that you can kind of use for desks. We had two of them lined up to hold everything. Um, this one is metal and then yeah, it's got the plot particle board and everything, but it looks nice. Got it from Fred Meyer. Um it was 25% off plus they were having like a sale on furniture to where you can get $10 off, $20 off or $50 off depending on the price and we got $20 off. It was all enough to bring it from down like about $50. No, 60 maybe. I don't know. Bad at math. I I do not do math so well. What's but yeah, anyway. Um, so yeah, I've been cleaning though. I've been feeling really good about the fact that I'm getting to a point where I'm actually picking up after myself as I go along. And towards the end of the night, I find myself like immediately grabbing things up and taking them to the kitchen. And there's my water bottle. Anyway, um, just been a lot more neat about things. Um, I feel like really appreciative of this, but this week I'll have to push it a little bit further and really get things pers- just really tidy and everything to where I won't feel ashamed leaving my apartment to whoever comes through and feeds the cats. And it won't be too hard for them to do because I'll have out like this one feeder that allows you to have extra in there and stuff. Um, he'll want whoever it ends up being will want to scoop the litter though. That's gonna be the fun part. Um, hopefully that won't be too big of an issue for him. I hate scooping litter, and some other people probably do too. We gotta find out who's gonna be doing it for us. So Lucas has an idea of who he wants to do it. I have an idea of who I want to do it, and I don't mind his idea. I'm willing to go for it if the person's in agreement. Um, but I feel like my idea might be good too because it's someone pretty nearby. But we'll see. We'll see who does it. I'm okay as long as there's somebody with the cats and as long as it's someone we can trust. And both of our ideas is someone we can trust. He doesn't, he's not too sure about my idea, but I think it's someone we can trust, honestly. Um, but anyway, yeah. So I'll be having to do a lot of cleaning the next few weeks. Um, lots of cleaning. Um, I mean it's not that bad and everything, but I just yeah. And alongside of having to get cleaned up for that, we're also gonna have to get things cleaned up so we can get the maintenance man for apartments over because um our light went out and we thought, well, gosh, it's too soon for the bulbs to have burnt out. And we figured out what actually did happen when Lucas happened to look at the light at a certain angle and saw that there's some loose wires. So we've been having to use a lamp light. And then we also have to get him over because of the stove. He said that he went to cook pizzas and the bottom did not warm up so well when he's cooking it. So apparently the bottom of our oven is not working so well. So it's an old oven. Um, so yeah, we'll have to get things decent looking for that, and that'll motivate me to get lots of cleaning done. Um, with his help, hopefully. I know he'll pull through because he loves his pizza. Um, and with things laying around after getting the desk, I have a whole bunch of styrofoam. Garbage is outside. We really need the garbage truck guy to come by because they're full. Not quite as much from us, but mostly from the neighbors, it seems like. We need a third garbage can, honestly, out there. We only have two, and there's like four households. One of the households happens to have two children and lots of pets. It's just two garbage cans is not enough for how many people in total is in this complete complex because not it's not all just one person or two people. In fact, none of them have only one person. Each of them have at least two people, and the ones upstairs have more than that. So, yay! Those garbage cans fill really fast, and it sucks. Um, as far as any other goals, let's see. That's about all I'd say. I've talked about the exercising and the drawing and stuff. Um, But yeah, I'll just I'll keep I'll keep on the same track I've been doing with my drawing, really, just practicing skills and then drawing things as I feel need to. Um, Gotta get more so into my exercise and get back on track with what I'm eating. I might even try maybe doing some sort of fast or something or cleansing thing. Just maybe that might help or something. I don't know. I've got to decide on that. And I'll just do lots of cleaning because I'm happy with the progress I am making, but I'm gonna want to make things extra nice for when we have to have the maintenance guy over. We might have to make a trip to drop off boxes, as a matter of fact. And I don't know what to. I guess with styrofoam, you just throw it away, right? I don't know if you can recycle it or what, but I wish you could. But anyway, my husband's still waiting patiently for me, so I'm gonna end things here so that we can go sooner than later. And I I will see you guys next week. Next week I will be able to use a microphone because we got one and everything. He's just wanting to wait until the upgrade so we can add on the OBS thingy, and so we can use that to hook up the microphone and like do like specs on it or something. I don't know. Anyway, but I will see you guys next week, and um, I thank you guys for watching. Bye bye.